Now from the home of the Dog Pound, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Spencer Ware. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. You look at this Browns defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Here's Stroud. And he finds Spencer Ware complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Stroud working out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. James now to return. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Off the play fake, Sanders. And that is taken in by Njoku. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now an audible here into something else. Back to throw now on 1st down. This will be caught. Judy. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And it's intercepted. And the Texans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on Your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
They'll keep it on the ground. Haynes. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw it. Flush to his right. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
2nd and 9 now. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Sanders. Forced out to his left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Browns at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. He'll buy some time right. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw. Sanders escaping the pressure right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter two as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Spencer Ware, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And the tight end goes in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 13. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now Stroud. Dancing to his left. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Being chased out left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Hopkins' kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Stroud looking to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And Stroud now to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And all the way down to the 5. A big play there just before halftime. 75 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10. Stroud.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Haynes. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Caught left side. Here's Dell.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
James now to return it.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious?
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Hey, check that. Here we go, set.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now they'll audible to something else.
To throw is Sanders. Off the play fake. A quick throw, but incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Flushed out right. They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that'll hurt the average edge a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing now is Stroud. He's got this complete to Stover, the tight end.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On the bootleg, Stroud.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a give right side. It's Haynes. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Sanders.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Sanders. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll take it just outside the 40.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Here we go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 26-yard line. Operating from the gun, Stroud. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Stroud out of the gun here.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Here's Sanders throwing to start the drive. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenges. This series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Takes this one in for a Brown score. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Browns are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Stroud taking a shot for Dell here.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here we go, Shaq.
2nd down and 8.
Off play action. Sanders out to his left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Sanders.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Oh,
Back to throw. Stroud. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, 56 yards.
And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Shakes off the set. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Off the play fake. Sanders. Escaping the pressure right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
2nd and 6. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. Keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Browns continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Stroud.
Forced out to his left.
That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Haynes. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Here's 3rd and 3. Stroud working out of the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Fairbairn good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but well, we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game. And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
3rd down and 1.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
At their own 18-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance.